Yo, what's up, Marvel fans? It's your boy back again with another edition of E equals MCU. And word in these internet streets is that Letitia Wright may be out as far as filming for Black Panther 2. Now, this story has a lot of threads to it as to how we got to this point. But it is being reported by the Hollywood Reporter, who tweeted out earlier, and I have the tweet above here, stating that there's an issue with Letitia Wright coming back to set on the Black Panther 2 set. Now, a bit of history here. Remember that Marvel Studios they postponed productions to all their movies, and they delayed all of the release dates for 2022. So Black Panther Wakanda Forever was pushed back to the November date of 2022. That's roughly about a year out from where it's at. Then earlier this year, you will remember I did do a video on Letitia Wright being injured on set of Black Panther 2 this summer, on a stunt rig or of some sort. It was first reported that the injuries were minor, and that it wouldn't upset anything or have an effect on production. And they reportedly, went back to shooting a week later. Then a report came out about 2 weeks after that, stating that Letitia Wright was spreading unvaccinated propaganda on set and was a problem on set, in which she had to come out with a statement stating that that was not true sometime thereafter. So then the next thing that kind of comes up in this storyline is that Marvel Studios pushes back the production dates, stating specifically that production was delayed and they need more time to get their film slate going. Now we are at the point where she may not be allowed back on set to finish shooting the movie because she's not vaccinated. And according to the Hollywood Reporter, it says here, Wright is not vaccinated against COVID-19 virus, despite rules requiring all non-immigrant, non-citizens air travelers to be fully vaccinated. On top of that, she is recovering from injuries she sustained in Massachusetts during the shoot, which was at MIT. As Letitia Wright is not a United States citizen, she may encounter issues returning to the States once the sequel resumes filming in Atlanta next year. Now, rep from Wright goes on to add that Letitia has been recovering in London since September from injuries sustained on the set of Black Panther 2 and is looking forward to returning to work early in 2022. Letitia kindly asks that you keep her in your prayers. So, could this spell trouble for Black Panther 2? The long and short of the matter seems to be that if production is continued on Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Letitia Wright must return to set in the U.S., and in order for that to happen, she must also be fully vaccinated. Whether this will happen remains to be seen, although it may force her hand. It's also unlikely that they could simply write Shuri out of the film, as rumors have swirled that the character will pick up her brother's mantle as Black Panther. Now, whatever the case may be, the film is already deep into production, and it would be extremely difficult to get rid of Shuri altogether at this stage of the game. And my rebuttal to this article is a couple of things. I have a couple of thoughts on this. I don't think Letitia Wright's going to get vaccinated no matter what. It seems like most who are not willing to get vaccinated, the more you try to force their hand to get vaccinated, the more they're going to fight against you to get vaccinated because they don't want to get vaccinated. So if Disney comes to her with some sort of proposal of, hey, you either get vaccinated or you're out of the movie, she said already on her own social media that, she'll quit, take me out of the movie. This is before any of this even happened. She was saying just cancel the movie, when fans were coming at her about the unvaccinated stuff that she was posting online. And she's, I think it's important to understand that we live in a capitalism society, and to everyone, especially across the world, money isn't everything. Ice Cube just turned down $9 million to walk away from the picture Oh Hell No, which is ironically funny that the movie's called Oh Hell No, because that's basically what he said to them when they told him he had to be vaccinated. He was like, oh hell no. So this can happen. I can totally see her walking away from the role. Will they recast her? That's difficult because for Disney's a company that's always trying to straddle the line and stay apolitical with things. They really need her to be in the film. In my opinion, this film is now dead on arrival. It is doomed because the fact that you lost your lead in T'Challa and you're not recasting Chadwick Boseman in that role, you really needed to lean on the other characters to pick up that slack, which I was already kind of iffy if they could do that or not. The first movie struck lightning in a bottle, okay? And to be honest with you, my honest opinion is when things are hot, you strike while the iron's hot. There should have already been a Black Panther 2 sequel out by now. It's already been three and a half, going on 4 years since the original Black Panther movie came out. I don't think they understand that once you lose that lightning in the bottle and relevance, it's gone. You're never going to recapture that. I know that Marvel Studios is busy and they have so many other projects. That's the reason why a lot of these things get pushed out. But I'm starting to feel like they're dropping the ball and they can't keep up with the demand for their content. So that's the issue. The other thing is for Disney, they really needed her and they don't want to recast her. And if they write her out, then you don't have a Shuri or a T'Challa. It was reported by Grace Randolph that, according to Letitia, she only wanted to play Black Panther just one time, and she's passing the mantle after this movie. So I don't know if that means she's done with the franchise or if her contract's up or whatnot. But see, that's the other aspect of it too, is the contract. The contract that she signed for other movies. I mean, Disney may not necessarily be able to get out of that either. So it'll be interesting. Now, one solution I can see Disney doing is just moving production to London, because to be fair, they've shot many of movies over in London. They have studios over there, the same one that they have in Atlanta, they have in London and in Australia. So they could potentially shoot her scenes over in London to kind of get around the new stricter rules for getting the jab. So we'll have to see how that's all going to play out. But I definitely think that it's an issue going forward. I think that the problems that this movie was already up against, and then having all of this stuff with her added onto it, may be too much for the film, and it is not looking good. It'll probably be delayed again. It probably won't make the November 2022 date, which will push it in sometime 2023, which at that point you're looking at 5-6 years from the original movie. I mean, come on, what are you doing? And in other news, just real quickly here, a side note, it was reported that voice actress Lake Bell was spotted on the set of Black Panther 2. For those who are not familiar, Lake Bell is the voice actress for Marvel's What If's Black Widow character, because Scarlett Johansson didn't do the animated version of that character. Lake Bell did it. So whether this means she's playing, a live action role in Black Panther 2 remains to be seen. There's an article on Cosmic Circus detailing, putting together some of the breadcrumbs and some of the pieces as to why they believe she is in the movie. As far as her following other actors that are involved with the project and the studio itself. What character could she be playing? Are they, gender swapping? Like White Wolf or something, or going further into that story. So they have to figure out what they're doing with this story, and it's just a lot, man. You got the whole Namor thing going on that they're trying to introduce in this movie, and it just seems like they got a lot of moving pieces, and they're running into a lot of problems on multiple fronts. They're delaying projects, it seems like, every day. So for what it's worth. But let me know down in the comment section how you guys feel about this news. What do you think? Do you think Black Panther 2 will be as good as the first? Do you think it would make a release date? Do you think Letitia Wright will get replaced? Do you think she'll be recast? Do you want her recast? Let me know down in the comment section. If you like the video, like the video. If you care to, share and subscribe. And I'm out.